Hi everyone, it's Moody Boo and I am back with another perfume review. Now this is a new to me house I've been very curious about for a while. In fact, I have another sample. I think it's Peregrina is coming from Javoy. And this one I got in the travel spray, and this is Thameen's The Hope. So I've got it on this hand. I've been wearing it all day just because I knew I was going to do this review. I've had this travel spray about 2.5 weeks or so. Damn. That's very nice. It's spicy, it's sweet, it's warm, it's kind of ambery, it's a little earthy. Oh, it has just a hint of a pencil shaving kind of a note in there, just a whisper of it. But for me, it's all about the spices, the cinnamon, and there's some beautiful kind of chewy myrrh in there, and it's gorgeous, gorgeous. It's a little sweet, it's spicy, it's warm, it's inviting, it's earthy. Oh, so let me tell you what's in it. So it's cinnamon, cloves, myrrh, cedar, oud, immortal, black amber, labdanum, vetiver, and musk, according to Fragrantica. Now, I don't get a lot of immortal, but there is a powderiness to this that I find immortal heavy perfumes are rather powdery, so that might be where the immortal comes in. But this gorgeous, gorgeous spiciness and almost a hint of incense is in there, but there's a hint of chewiness, like I said, to it. It's almost gourmand, but it's just not quite there. It shakes the hand of gourmand, and then it slaps it across the face, turns around, and walks away. Oh, it's beautiful. But it's not such a biting kind of a spice in there. The cloves and the cinnamon, both of those can be kind of bright and biting and hot, but these aren't. These are warm, but they're smoother. These are very smooth kind of spices that they used, and then added to that chewy myrrh. It's just beautiful. When the dry down happens, there isn't a big change from top to dry down. It is fairly linear, but when it does dry down, it gets a little warmer, a little woodier. That sweetness stays there throughout the wearing, and it seems like it's a sweetness from the cinnamon. The myrrh, I almost picture the myrrh being kind of the sweet player in this band at the beginning, but then when it dries down, it seems like the cinnamon is more sweet, because the myrrh kind of tames down a little bit with the dry down, but that cinnamon stays there throughout, and it's a sweet cinnamon. It reminds me a little bit of Big Red gum, if you remember that from way back in the day. I don't even know if they still make it, but it was this sweet cinnamon gum that I used to chew as a kid. My dad chewed it too. And there's a hint of that in there, or dentine without the bite, because dentine gum can have kind of a bite to it. This doesn't. It's just that sweet cinnamon kind of a feel to it. Oh. Now the vetiver and the musk, I don't ever get that. But I think that the amber, I told you it's ambery, but it says it's black amber. I don't know if that's the animalic amber, you know, the salty oceanic kind of amber, or if that's more of the stony amber, or if that's more of almost the gourmand kind of amber. I'm guessing they're saying it's the salty amber, but I don't get that. I get almost the more gourmand cross with a stony kind of an amber in the dry down. And then the labdanum comes in a little bit, just adds, there's just this touch, just a hint of sexy, just a hint of skin exposed in the dry down that I think is from the labdanum. Because that's what I get with labdanum sometimes. I get this sexy kind of skin note. Almost unwashed skin, but in a very sexy, sensual kind of I know. So, okay, so that's the notes, and that's the scent. Oh, it's so pretty. Gorge. My problem is the performance isn't that great. This lends itself to being more of a winter or cold weather kind of perfume with the spices and the oud, even though I don't get oud. I get a little woody. The cedar oud kind of just makes a wood kind of warmth in the dry down. But those notes, you would think it would be almost beast mode, because some of those notes can be crazy beast mode, but this isn't. This is much lighter than that. So it's a little perplexing for me. And because it dreams of being a winter scent, but it's naked. It ain't gonna make it in the winter. There's no way it's gonna sustain. So it has to be worn in warmer months in order to have any kind of decent projection from it. But it's not really a warm weather kind of a scent. I don't think of sweet cinnamon scents when I'm wearing perfume in the warm temperatures. I just don't. Not that I haven't worn them. And you could get away with it spring nights, summer nights, I suppose, if it's cooler. But see, that's where I'm unsure with it. That's why I have a travel spray as opposed to a full bottle at this point, is because I'm not sure where it fits in yet. Too light for winter as far as its performance and projection and all of that. But too spicy for warmer temperatures. So, I don't know. And I'm curious to see if Thameen's other fairs do the same kind of thing. If they're not as good of performers, but yet their composition dictates they should be. I don't know, but I want to find out.
Like, subscribe, ring the bell if you want. You don't have to do anything you don't want to.
Blue glass, hello. Can we talk about that a minute? The bottles are gorge. And I'm sure the sprayer is every bit as good as this one, and it's a good sprayer. It's very, very fine, misty, wide kind of a spray. So maybe that is part of it. Maybe that's part of why I don't get the performance I should is from the sprayer, because it's very light, fine, widespread kind of a mist. So you don't get a lot of intense concentration. I have sprayed quite a bit on my hands and pretty close. So I don't think that's all of it, but that may contribute to the poor performance. It's not poor, it's just not great, especially for the price you paid. These Thameen perfumes go from high mid-range. They're like just under $200 to over $200, and I think they have some that are over $300, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not. Maybe it stays in the 2s. But, you know, for that, I want some performance for that kind of money. So if Peregrina, I think that's the right one. If I really like it and it performs well, I will pop for a full bottle, for sure. The Hope, I don't know. I'm going to try wearing it in warmer weather and see what happens. If it just doesn't feel right wearing a spicy perfume like this in the hot temps, then I won't get a full bottle. If it does well, because you never know, you got to try sometimes. Because look at my always commented about Elixir de Merveille by Hermès. That's one of my favorite summer perfumes. Hot or cool or anything in between. It's just a fabulous perfume in the summertime. So maybe this one will be too. We shall see, because it's already in the 70s. It got to 80 yesterday. April, 80. Unheard of. Crazy. So, okay. That is it for that. And I just want to thank you guys so much for being here. Wow. You hang in there with me. It's a shocker. I never get over it. I never will. But I appreciate you so much. I just can't even thank you so much. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to say it out loud so it kind of commits me a little bit, if I can figure out how to do it. I want to do a live video because I've got 22 samples coming from Javoy. And most of them are houses that I've never sniffed from before. So that would be kind of a fun live one to do. And I think I got the guts. I just don't know if I got the knowledge yet. I think I'm gonna have to use my phone and my computers. So it's gonna be weird, a little awkward. May not even work the first time. I don't know, but we'll see. So don't be disappointed if it's crazy and awkward. But I'm gonna get over this fear of doing a live video, dang it. All right, so don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the bell and comment if you want. If you don't, it's all good. I still love you. Use your own nose. Peace. Twofer.